We were planning our wedding. The ring was still warm on my finger when my phone buzzed that night. I almost didn't answer, but a woman's voice whispered through the line, trembling, "You deserve to know the truth." That single sentence shattered everything I thought I knew about love and about him. I always thought love was supposed to feel safe, that when someone promised forever, it meant forever. When I met Daniel, I wasn't even looking for love. I'd just moved to a new city. Fresh start, new job, tiny apartment that smelled faintly of paint and dreams. He was the first real friend I made there. He made everything easy. The kind of man who remembered how you took your coffee, who texted just to say, "Drive safe." He laughed at my sarcasm, listened when I ranted about work, and within months he felt like home. By the time he proposed, it wasn't fireworks. It was quiet certainty. We were sitting on my couch, pizza box open, movie paused. He looked at me, eyes soft, and said, "Let's make this forever." And I said yes. I remember that night vividly. My cheeks hurt from smiling, my heart felt weightless. I called my mum, my best friend, even my college roommate. Everyone loved him. Everyone said how lucky I was, and I believed it. A few months later, wedding plans had taken over my life. Venues, flowers, dresses, endless lists. Daniel was patient, helpful, even funny about it. Sometimes, though, I'd catch him staring at his phone, smiling faintly. When I'd ask, he'd say it was work. Just the guys. I trusted him. I really did. Until one night. It was late, around midnight. I was half asleep when his phone lit up on the nightstand. Normally I would have ignored it, but the name flashing on the screen wasn't one I recognized, just E. I froze. The message read, "I miss you. Please answer." My stomach twisted. When Daniel came out of the shower, I asked, casually, or at least I tried to, "Who's E?" He didn't flinch, just shrugged. "Emily, from work. She's going through a tough time." I nodded, tried to believe him, but something in his tone felt rehearsed. That night I couldn't sleep. The phone's glow haunted me like a ghost. Over the next week, I noticed little changes. He'd keep his phone face down, step outside to take calls. One afternoon while he was in the shower, it buzzed again. Same name. This time the message said, "She doesn't deserve what you're doing." My hands shook. Before I could open the thread, the phone locked. When he came out, I didn't mention it, but something in me had cracked. The days passed. The tension grew heavy, like a fog neither of us could name. Then came that night, the call. I was alone at home, dress shopping online when my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but I answered. A woman's voice, soft, shaky. "Is this Grace?" "Yes. Who's this?" Silence, then a breath. "You don't know me, but I know Daniel." I felt my chest tighten. "Excuse me?" "Please don't hang up. I didn't plan to call, but you deserve to know the truth. He's been seeing me for months. He told me he ended things with you." For a moment, everything went quiet, like the world held its breath. "Who are you?" I whispered. "My name's Emily." My knees went weak. I sat down slowly, gripping the edge of the couch. She told me everything. They met at work. It started as friendship, turned into confused feelings, then weekends, trips, promises. He told her I was controlling, that the wedding was off, that I'd moved out. I wanted to scream, but all I could do was listen. Every detail felt like a knife sliding deeper. At the end, she said, "I didn't know you were still together until I saw your engagement post. I confronted him today. He denied it. That's why I called you." When the line went silent, I realized I was crying, quietly, almost politely, like I didn't want the walls to hear. Daniel came home an hour later. I was still sitting there, phone in hand, tears dried on my cheeks. He looked confused. "What's wrong?" I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I just said, "Emily called." He froze. That was all I needed to see. The colour drained from his face. His mouth opened, closed, like words were hiding behind his teeth. "I can explain," he said finally. "But the thing is, explanations don't matter when trust dies." Still, I let him talk. He said it was a mistake, that it meant nothing, that he'd ended it weeks ago, that he loved me, the same man who'd sworn honesty, whispering new lies with the same voice. That night, I didn't sleep in our bed. I sat by the window watching the city lights blink like broken promises. By morning, I'd made my decision. I packed my things, not angrily, just quietly. Folded my clothes, took down the wedding mood board from the fridge. When he woke up, he tried again. "We can fix this, Grace." I looked at him, really looked, and realized I didn't know this person anymore. "No, Daniel," I said softly. "You broke something you can't fix." I left the ring on the counter. The first few weeks were unbearable. Every song, every street corner felt haunted. I replayed every moment, every laugh, wondering how much had been real. But pain has a strange way of clarifying things. I started going for long walks, journaling, cooking meals just for myself. My friends reminded me who I was before him, loud, sarcastic, full of plans. Slowly, I began to breathe again. 2 months later, I got a letter from Emily. It wasn't an apology, not really, more like a confession. She'd found out Daniel had been seeing another woman even after me. She'd left the company. She said she hoped we'd both heal. I stared at the letter for a long time, and for the first time in months, I didn't feel anger, just pity. Healing didn't come all at once. Some days I missed the version of him I thought I knew. Other days I missed the version of me who believed in love without proof. But one night, standing on my balcony, the city lights flickering below, I realized something. He didn't destroy me. He revealed me. He forced me to rebuild my sense of worth, not around someone else's promises, but my own boundaries. A year later, I ran into him. It was at a bookstore of all places. He looked older, tired. We made small talk. Weather, work, safe topics. Then he said quietly, "You look happy." I smiled. "I am." He nodded, eyes soft with regret. "I'm sorry, Grace, for everything." For a long time, I thought I needed that apology. But in that moment, I realized I didn't. I had already forgiven him in silence, not for his sake, but for mine. As I left the store, the rain started, soft, cleansing. I walked without an umbrella, letting it wash over me. Because the truth is, heartbreak doesn't end with revenge or closure. It ends with peace, the kind you give yourself when you stop chasing explanations. He told me he'd always loved me, and maybe, in some broken, selfish way, he did. But love isn't about promises whispered under candlelight. It's about what you do when the lights go out. I used to think losing him was the worst thing that could happen. Now I know. Losing myself would have been worse.